Today I want to talk about something I'm very passionate about. That's investing, building generational wealth, and leaving a legacy. I really believe that everything I do today is for a greater cause tomorrow. The money I make today, the lifestyle I'm able to build today, the wealth I have today, I have to be able to pass that on because that's really the only way that I'm going to be able to contribute to the future of the world. Now, for me, when I was growing up, we didn't talk about money because we never have any. So there was nothing to talk about. What I did know is that I wanted to have money because having money would have given me a nice lifestyle. It would have created opportunities for me. Now, education was what I was able to get from my mother, and she gave me the best education possible. I went to a really good set of schools, and with that, I was able to learn business and finance. Going to a top school allowed you to get a nice top job. And in that job, I could have learned now how to build portfolios. And I was very, very good at it. I made a lot of money for corporations and for very wealthy people. But then I think to myself, if I am so good at making money for others, why can't I make money for myself? And that's what I want to do. I started investing heavily in my portfolio. I buy stocks, I buy bonds, I buy precious metals, and over time, I saw that my portfolio was growing because I tell you, I'm good at what I do. I also bought real estate, and I have a real estate portfolio now and a stock portfolio. But as my portfolios grow and I'm getting to live that lifestyle that I really wanted to live, I started thinking about generational wealth, legacy building. My son is now 3 years old, and I wanted to make sure that his life will be better than my life because that's really our purpose, right? My mother passed on education to me. I can pass on a nice start for my son. He will have the portfolio, he'll have the real estate. He has a nice start to build on that he will pass to his family. So when we think about generational wealth, we have to think about protection, because I'm not going to spend all this time doing all this work, building these portfolio, building lifestyle, and it dies with me. I don't want that. We have to protect our assets. That is where Island Legal Wills comes in, and they're sponsoring this segment of the video. Island Legal Wills is an online platform to create your will within 15 minutes. I can spend 15 minutes of my time to ensure that my future, my legacy is set. That's a no-brainer. So today, let us sit down and create a will. I'm gonna do mine, and you can watch me do it, and you too should go and do it because knowledge is nothing without execution. Let me show you what to do, and I want you to make sure you implement it. So I'm on the Island Legal Wills website, islandlegalwills.com. And once I came onto the site, I was shocked to see this statistic right here. 88% of people in the Caribbean do not have a will. Wow, this is a big number. And then on top of that, 95% of Jamaicans don't have a will. No, come on, that's not the numbers we want to see. I am doing my part to change that. I am securing my legacy today by creating a will because, as I tell you, my son has said, I am building wealth to be able to pass it on to future generations, to do that legacy building. So a will is a very important part of doing that. So I'm gonna close here and get started. I'm gonna just click the get started button. I am creating a will for Jamaica, so I would click here. One of the main things you want to know is that based on where your assets are, that's where you need to create the will for. So if you have assets in Barbados, Bahamas, St. Vincent, you need 3 different wills. Everywhere you have assets, you need to have a will for that country. Mine are in Jamaica, so I'm going to click Jamaica to go through and get started. So it starts, do you have assets in Jamaica? Yes. Are you over 18 years of age? Yes. Then now it needs it to tell you some details. Follow along to create your will. So this video is pretty good then. It's gonna guide me through exactly what I need to know. All right, perfect, good assistance, love that for sure. So after you put in your about you, so I put my name, put my date of birth, put my address, just fill those out. Then it's asking about your relationship status. So happen to be married, so I'd click married here. Oh, and I can get the opportunity to add my partner's name. So I'm gonna put their name in. Now it's saying children. Do you have any children? Yes. This is who I'm doing the will for. So let's add the child. You can put the child's name, then email and email address. I happen to have an email address for my son already, which is really cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and add that. All right, after children, it asks pets, which is cool because nowadays you want to make sure if anything happens, can pass on my pet. I don't have any pets, so I'm just gonna skip here. Then the executors. The executor, it says, is a person or professional service provider appointed under the will to administer your estate. All right, so who do I want to read out the will and handle the paperwork and the financial paperwork and letting everybody know what they are entitled to? So it says here, friends and family. I can just put next, see what comes up. All right, so it's asking for a name. Who do I want to put? I can put up to 3 people. All right, let me think about it and add someone in then. This is cool. It also gives you a backup executor. So if anything happened to the executor, we can have a backup. So let me go in and add a backup. All right, we're at the gifts section. Now, this is very easy. I mean, I've been here for probably about 4 or 5 minutes filling this out. I'm not spending a bag of money. I'm not sitting in front of a lawyer. I'm not having to travel anywhere and sit and wait in line. I can do this at my own comfort online, which is amazing. So this is something definitely you guys need to consider looking into as well. So it's talking about gifts now. Gifts are a special part and you can give anything you own, whether it's possession or money. So maybe, if I have any jewelry, any nice necklace or a watch or anything, I can put that as a gift here. So I do have something I'm considering. So let me add that in and then we'll keep going. Now we're at beneficiaries for your estate. Now the difference between the gift and the estate is that the estate now is what's gonna be divided up. So we're talking about the real estate here, your portfolio and all that, but maybe with the gifts, probably I didn't want to pass on something to a charity or something, a special item, some special token piece. I'd put that in gift versus now your estate is now your bigger, larger items. And so let me start going through and dividing up those. So I put in the beneficiaries and there was a request also to put in how you divide it, whether I want to do equal, but you were able to put in any percentage. So I just went with 50-50. And I'm now at the actual estate, listing out all of the assets that you have, and pretty good. It gives you the example, life insurance, the banks, put as much information as possible, because what we don't want is fill it out and we can't track down the assets. So I'm going to be extremely specific here. Anything I'm not sure about, I'm going to click here and ask a question because it's right here every step of the way. It's very good, and then need assistance. So I'm not taking anything for chance. I'm going to be very specific and add in the assets. When you come to the asset screen, it's showing you here a drop down: bank account, business, cryptocurrency, financial asset, insurance. So it gives you a good sense, to jog your memory. Because maybe sometimes we have so many assets we forget. Maybe I'm not quite there yet, but I like the fact that it provides some examples that we can use, because we have to account for everything. All of these treasured possessions we took time to build, we have to make sure that we're passing them on. We don't forget anything at all, and we're doing this for our loved ones. I don't want anything left up to any arbitration with the government or anything. So I'm gonna be very specific here and make sure I include as much detail as possible. All right, so we're looking at final wishes. How do I want to be celebrated? Hard one. I think I'm gonna just go with burial and go through there. Then, all right, let's finish. So I've gone through everything. Now I can go and download. See, nice, quick, and easy. I like that. Technology is the way we know this, right? And so when we have tools like Island Legal Wills online platform, it's very helpful for us to have our money ducks in a row to make sure that we are set and protected with when it comes to our assets, right? So at this point, you select the plan, you make your payment. We have a very special surprise here because Island Legal Wills is offering a specific, wonderful, amazing discount for everyone watching this video. So the code is gonna flash on screen and you can use that to receive 20% off of your selection here, whichever plan you choose. So that's pretty amazing. Thank you, Island Legal Wills. So I was able to check out, make my payment, and then I'm gonna hit the download will button to see what my will looks like. Look at that, will of Keisha Bailey, Jamaica. Love it. So it took me 10 minutes to come up with this nice 10-page document. I feel safe and secure because I know that everything I own is documented, my legacy is intact, all of this hard work is not in vain. Now, one of the main things, this is a legally binding document, guys. It is legally binding. Island Legal Wills did the work to make sure that the wills created on their platform are legally binding. It can hold up in any court of law, depending on the country that you did the will for. So I look through, I'm very happy with what's here. I'm gonna save it, print it off, put it in a nice little folder far, far away in a fireproof area so that I know it's secure. I'm also gonna let my loved ones know exactly where to find this document. Now, once I print it off, these are some important instructions. Use the same black or blue pen. So some parts can be blue, some black. Whoever is signing, they need to sign in front of me, and I'm also to sign each page and to date the last page and sign on the last page. So I'm very excited about this because I am more motivated now to push and to make my money and my wealth grow because I know it is protected. So one of the main things I want to note here is that your will is a living, breathing document. Over time, as your assets change, you also need to be updating your will. And luckily, Island Legal Wills allows for that because you have unlimited access to update your will. And that makes sure that you know that generational wealth transfer is much easier. Also, for my peeps in Canada, USA, and the UK, you are not left behind. Once you have assets in any of these countries, you also need to have a will for these countries as well. And so Island Legal Wills has partner discounts with Canada, US, and the UK. So be sure to check that out as well, guys. Just like that, I have a will. I feel much better because I know now the work I do is not in vain. My son will be able to benefit from my work today. What I really like though is the fact that this is a living document. As my portfolio grows, as my wealth grows, I have to come back in and make edits to my will. And it's online. I can do it on my own time. I don't have to call up no lawyer. I don't have to book an appointment. I don't have to sit down and wait for no long lines. I just go on my computer, type in islandlegalwills.com, make the edits to the will, boom, bam, it's updated, and I know that everything I'm doing now is not in vain. My son is protected, my son is on a nice path, the path I want him to be on, and I can continue working, I can continue making more money because that's what I do, and everything is set.